Hey everyone. Part 3 of this series will have us using a new to me product called Durams to seal the large hollow in one of the roots, as well as to work the large wound in the back of the tree. Durams is a putty that is made by mixing a powder with water. It hardens much like plaster and then can be cut with a knife or Dremel to fit to the desired shape. The big wound in the back has been covered with Durams, as you can see. It needs to be smoothed over, and a few hollow areas need some more of the putty added. The first wound that I want to address is the rotten root that I first noticed during repot. I'm going to use a Dremel to remove most of the soft wood and then try to use the Durams to create a smooth surface for the root to callus over as it heals. I'm undecided on what to do with the root rot to the left of this area, so for now I'll just clean it up. I may add some wood hardener and keep it as a feature, although I'll probably end up trying to cover it up somehow. I'm going in here to remove all of the rotten wood that's become soft. If left in the wound, it may cause the putty to settle over time, which could slow the wound healing or even stop it if the settling is severe enough. Once I've removed all the dead wood, I'm going to just go over the edge of the callus and lightly agitate it in order to stimulate more callus growth. I'll use a wire wheel to do this because it won't bite into the wood and cause damage unexpectedly. If I can get this area to heal over completely, it will greatly improve the image from this side. Moving on to the next problem area, I see that the underside of this knob is dead and rotten as well. I'm considering removing the knob and probably should, but it does add an interesting quirk to the tree and that may make it worth keeping. For now, I'll just remove the dead wood and think about it. Next up is smoothing the Durams that is already in the large wound. I'll then mix up a fresh batch and use it to fill in any necessary areas so that the callus will roll over smoothly. Next, I mixed up a batch of putty. It's roughly 3 parts Durams to 1 part water. In full disclosure, I added too much water and I ended up getting this stuff all over my hands, my table, and even some on the tree where I didn't mean for it to go. The good news is that until it dries, it will wash right off with some water. After a little bit of cleanup, I finished applying the putty to the root and to the large chop wound, and I gave it about an hour to set. At this point, it was solid, but still soft enough to easily shape with my pocket knife. I focused on making the transition between the callus and the Durams as smooth as possible. This will allow the callus to heal more smoothly instead of healing with a bulbous or protruding scar. It's important to note that I still covered the live edge of the callus with regular wound putty to keep it from drying out. As this clip finishes up, I want to get some opinions from you. At next repot, possibly next year if I go with this plan, it's been suggested to me that I can use a large oval pot to showcase the new front. The tree itself is masculine, but an oval is slightly feminine. It's also been suggested to use a grow box to speed the growth of the new apex, but I'm not sure that I want to go that route. I'm interested to hear what you think. Let me know in the comments. Next time, I'll show you an interesting tool that I bought, and I'll walk you through an easy way to air layer. Until next time.